Welcome to this week's Heavy Industry AI update. The Australian government just flipped the script on artificial intelligence yesterday. The Prime Minister's latest announcements prove that for Australian contractors, the AI revolution is about dirt, power, water, and who owns the information, and IP. If the PM is true to his word, Australia will no longer accept being a passive data warehouse for foreign tech giants. The government has decided to use our massive land and energy advantages to dictate strict sovereign terms. AI now needs a social license to operate on our sites, and today we're breaking down the new rules of the game, which take effect in Q1 next year. Let's get into it. Welcome to this week's. First up, the confusing state-by-state patchwork of AI rules is officially dead. The government has established a new Office of AI sitting right inside the Department of the Prime Minister and Cabinet. This is new central control for AI policy, coordinating everything from the energy grid to national defence in the heavy industries, and they are moving fast. By August this year, the National Cabinet will align all data centre planning and grid connection rules across the country. By early 2027, these standards will be locked into law. There was no information regarding the Office of AI's powers, staffing or budget, so time will tell if it has any teeth to enforce its mandates and maintain modern strategy and policy that can keep pace with AI's rapid evolution. Next, let's talk physical infrastructure. If foreign tech giants want to build hyperscale data centres here in Australia, the free rides are over. The government is moving to mandatory resource obligations. Future data centres can no longer rely on existing community baseload power. They must put up the capital to underwrite their own grid connections, and they must operate as net generators, putting as much power back into the grid as they consume. They also have to fund closed-loop water cooling systems so they don't drain community water supplies, something I'm pretty sure is standard practice now anyway. For engineering and construction contracts, the message is clear. Initiatives built on socialised infrastructure costs are dead. You must price the full energy, water, and grid capex into your submissions, or you will lose to the developer who did, and I look forward to how that will flow down the supply chain. Watch this space. On the intellectual property front, a Mexican standoff has been underway in Canberra. Tech companies desperate for copyright carve-outs so they can train their AI models on Australian data for free, but the government is holding the hard line. They have officially classified uncompensated AI training on Australian content, including your technical data, standards, site methods, and engineering IP as outright theft. For heavy industry, your engineering data is now considered a sovereign asset. Expect to see sovereign AI requirements ramp up in your tenders more than they have already been. In addition, you need to urgently audit your supply chain and software vendors, because if you are handing over your project designs to third-party software that trains its AI on your IP without paying you, you are sitting on a massive legal and commercial exposure. Finally, the days of voluntary AI guardrails are ending. Items like AI6, selective sovereign AI, all of the voluntary elements of the National AI Plan will soon be viewed as core pillars of our national defence strategy. Because of risks around foreign interference and site safety, the government is digging its heels in. For mining, energy, and construction sites, you must prepare for mandatory safety standards covering all critical operational workflows by 2027. Relying on a vague digital transformation policy won't cut it anymore. Prime contractors will demand hard proof of your operational governance in tender, pre-qualification, and before you step on site. The rules are being written right now. Don't wait to be regulated out of your next tender. From a governance perspective, it's already laid out in the National AI Plan, and it's time to also get started mapping your exposure across grid requirements, sovereign IP, and site safety as well. Thanks for watching this Heavy Industry AI update. As the details of the Office of AI and their mandate take shape, I'll provide regular updates, and you can subscribe with the link in the introduction to receive these. Thanks for watching.